We're going to take you on a tour of Prague, capital of the Czech Republic. It's one of the best preserved historic towns in all of Europe, and we're going to show you the highlights. Of course, the best way to see a city like Prague is by walking, and we'll be doing a lot of walking. We're going to head right to the Old Town Square, pointing out a few things along the way. So already we're on one of the major pedestrian thoroughfares. And now, of course, you'll see there are many streets here in the center. For example, in front of this church on this street called Havelska, there's a big open craft market. And it goes for 2 blocks in a broad plaza that's right in front of this church. Crafts and souvenir kind of a market that's open every day. Outdoor, yeah. This is the town square. And we're going to go right over to the clock. It'll start up in about a minute. It goes for a few minutes. Well, it's spectacular. It's 11 apostles come around parading, and St. Paul. And a Turk goes by, shaking his head, and someone else, another figure, goes by. And the figures on the bottom move a little bit. It's an astronomical clock. It tells 3 different kinds of time, including Babylonian time and medieval time. 12 hours in the day. They didn't count nighttime. So every day, whether it was winter or summer, had 12 hours, and they were simply adjusted. In the winter, the hours were shorter, and in the summer, they were longer. So every day had the same number of hours of daylight, even though it actually varied, right? The Old Town Hall's astronomical clock has been putting on its show every hour for the past 350 years. It not only tells time, but displays the phases of the moon, equinoxes, Babylonian time, the sun's rotation around the earth, various saints' feasts, zodiac signs, days, and months. There's always a big crowd that gathers on the hour for the show, and watching the people is part of the fun of being here at this spectacle. That's the Old Town Hall, and it's a spectacular tower. You can climb it. See, there's somebody at the top. It's about 220 feet. So it's like climbing a 20-story building, and it's really quite lovely to go experience it. And you do get a nice view. You are in the center, so you're looking out at, imagine these clay tile roofs at a mile all around you of clay tile roofs. So I recommend you do that. It's a nice walk, and you get a good view of the town square, of course. This building goes back to the 1320s. Prague has some medieval structures that are still standing, such as the church. Behind, you see these 2 towers. They almost look like rocket launchers. It looks like some kind of a Disney fantasy. That's the Teen Church. It's medieval, Gothic, dates from the 1300s. Now, Jan Hus is this prominent statue in the middle. He was a preacher, and he was burned at the stake here because he was a heretic. He was preaching the need for a reformation of the Catholic Church 100 years before Martin Luther. In the year 1415, he was convicted and executed. But an order of Hussites grew up in his wake, and it's still an important order in the Czech Republic, the Hussites. And so this statue is one that commemorates this great reformer, great thinker, a real innovator, 100 years before the Reformation, Jan Hus. I'd like to say a few more words about the square. Just all around us are former palaces, and they're mostly in the Baroque style. You see the beautiful decor on each and every one of them. A few of them are a little more recent in the Art Nouveau style. In particular, this yellowish one over here. It's got statues of firemen up on top. It used to be an insurance building that insured against fires. So they're in homage, and now it's a government office building. Church of St. Nicholas, the big white church. And they too have concerts most nights. Lovely acoustics inside. Many of the old palaces have been converted into restaurants, bars, and cafes with outdoor tables spilling onto the square. It's nice for a drink and people watching. Wall-to-wall palaces around the square show off a range of architectural styles in a creamy blend of color harmony that displays the historical variations perfectly.
Evenings are also lively in the main square with all the cafes open and hundreds of people streaming along. It is well lit and very safe in the square, so be sure to come back at night to catch the fun. Every direction leading out from the square will lead you to some interesting neighborhoods, so you will find yourself coming back to this busy center often during your visit as you venture this way and that.
The main pedestrian shopping street off the square goes in that direction. We're going to hook up with that in a few blocks. We're going to go in, have a peek at the teen courtyard, and then we're going to go into the little plaza behind it. The teen church is really hidden away up this back alley. You'd never know how to get in, but you just go straight in the alley, and it's this marvelous Gothic arcade that's in front of it. 1400s, very ancient.
Walk the neighborhood just east of the Old Town Square, which is best entered through a little alley to the left of the old teen church. This will bring you to the Tinska neighborhood and the large Ungelt courtyard, another peaceful inner space connected to the streets by pedestrian arcades. These are some delightful places with cobblestones underfoot and quiet old buildings around you.
And a series of arches and tunnels leads into this Ungelt courtyard. Well, that's one of the great series of medieval alleys and arches and arcades that we'll get to walk through. And it's not well represented on your map there, but here we are at the Ungelt courtyard. Now there's a pizzeria, steakhouse, bookshops and jewelry, and even a tree for a little bit of shade. Isn't that a nice touch too? I love that loggia behind me up on the second floor. There's even a little hotel in the middle of all this. We're going to continue through another tunnel, and then we'll go out to the main pedestrian lane.
Continue to the Church of St. Jacob, or St. James, a large Gothic church covered with elaborate statues of saints and angels. It is the second longest church in Prague after the main cathedral that you'll see up at the castle.
And especially noteworthy for the Baroque statues on the outside. There's 3 clusters of amazing statues there, as you can see already. Last Judgment. There's the devils on the right side bringing the sinners down to hell. This street is Seletna, and it's one of the busiest of all the pedestrian malls in town. And it's going to lead us right back to the Old Town Square. If you went, on the other hand, in this direction, you see that black tower at the end. That's the powder tower, where they used to store gunpowder. And there too, you can pay a small admission and climb up it, and you get a nice view looking in this direction at the Old Town. There's nothing of the Old Town beyond that black tower. That is part of the original wall, the fortified medieval wall that went around the town that no longer exists, but there are a series of those guard towers still standing. Immediately to the left of that tower is the Municipal House. There's 3 good restaurants at the Municipal House, as well as a concert venue. Maybe there's a concert tonight.
The Municipal House puts on a regular series of evening performances with music of the Czech composer Smetana and some Austrian composers. You'll hear some Strauss waltzes, and accompanied by some ballet dancers, sometimes in costume. This is a wonderful show. Look for it. It happens most evenings during the season inside the main Art Nouveau concert hall of the Municipal House. You can buy your tickets right in the lobby. Tickets are available throughout town, probably from your hotel concierge and tourist information office, occasionally vendors on the sidewalk as well. And they will generally give you a fair price and a good seating and a good deal. But if you're in the neighborhood here of the Municipal House, just stop on in and buy it directly from their box office. Notice the sidewalk tables, outdoor tables, and the sidewalk restaurant atmosphere. That's always a delight in Europe.
It's an Art Nouveau structure, and it's a lovely building. It's not a city hall, it's just called the Municipal House. And the lower level, the basement, they have their traditional restaurant with the Czech food. And there's a French restaurant at the street level.
We have many more programs about Prague and the rest of Europe. Look for them in our collection. We frequently upload new movies, so please subscribe to our channel and click that little alarm bell so you'll be notified. And if you enjoyed the movie, how about a thumbs up? And we always welcome comments down below. Or if you have questions about the destination, make note and we'll answer them. Thanks for watching.